Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Shawn, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I do yarn embroidery. So I'm going to go over all the supplies that I'll be using, and then we'll get the sweatshirt hooped up and onto the machine so I can show you the full process and the finished result. Now, the way that I'm going to show you isn't the way that most people do it, where they're slowing down their machines and they're kind of just guiding the thread through. I'm not taking that chance with my fingers near these needles. So I'm gonna show you how I do it, and this will be a little bit easier, and this can be done also on a single needle machine or a multi-needle machine. So I will be using my Ricoma 20 needle machine for this tutorial. So to start off, I'll be using my 8x13 Mighty Hoop. I will be using a piece of cutaway stabilizer, some scissors, and this is a fabric fuse, or you could use like some liquid stitch or something like that, some type of fabric glue I would recommend for this. I have a Gildan sweatshirt. And this is the brand of yarn that I'll be using. I got this from Joann's. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring you over to the hooping station so we can get this hooped up and onto the machine. So let's do this. Alrighty, so go ahead and get my hoop. So I'm gonna just put my bottom hoop on there and grab my stabilizer and get that on there. And also just needed to grab my top hoop. So now I'm gonna go ahead, and I did mark where I need my design to be or to start at. So I'm gonna get that on here and make sure that is all even and smoothed out and all that good stuff. All right, and perfect. And now I'm gonna go ahead, pull this off of here and get her on the machine. So, put the shirt on there. And I already have my design loaded, just need to lock my machine. And then of course, I'm gonna do a trace to make sure my placement is where it needs to be. And I'm probably going to move this down a little bit, we'll see. Oh no, actually that is going to be perfect. All right, so I don't have to move anything. So my design is ready to go. This design is going to be very quick. So a total of 1,454 stitches. So it's not going to take long at all. So I'm going to go ahead and start, and let me just double check my color. Yep, I'm good there. And so I'm going to go ahead and start, and it's going to go ahead and stitch out the placement stitch first. And then from here, we'll go over to the table, and then we'll do the next step. Okay, so our shirt has stitched, and may not be able to see it that good because I did use gray thread as well, but that is what it's looking like. So I'm gonna just lay it down here on the table, and you don't want to unhoop it or anything like that. And what I'm going to do now, this part is where, hey, if you want to take that risk, you can, and you can leave it on the machine and slow down your machine, and then you would kind of hold and guide it as it's stitching out. I'm not taking that chance. So what I like to do is use my fabric glue, and I'll kind of just pull some out here, and then I'm just going to measure it and then cut it. And so I need to cut this piece right about here. So I'm cutting a small piece like that for the first letter. And so I'm gonna go through, and I like to just go ahead and get my pieces cut so then I can go ahead and then just glue it all down. And so I will speed past this part and then I will be right back. So we can do the next step, which is putting that glue down. Okay, so I have all my pieces cut out. Now what I'm going to do is give you a overhead view so you can see exactly how I'm putting the glue down, and then as far as laying the yarn on top of the glue. So let me switch to a overhead view. All right, so I brought you in a little bit closer, and I just like to test my glue and just kind of make sure that it's coming out good. And then I'm gonna move these pieces out the way. And then what I will do is go ahead and start putting my glue down. Now I actually like to put like these little pieces like this, and then I'll lay this longer piece over top. So I'm gonna put some glue here and then just down here, and you do not need a lot of glue for this. So I'm gonna put this first piece here, and this, once you cut it, it is going to kind of start shedding and fraying, so just expect that. It is normal. I just had to cut that a little bit. So then I'm just going to place it on there like that and just press it down. And then I'm gonna do the same with this piece. Put it on there, press it down. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of glue right on top. And then lay this piece down so that stitch is right over the top, and then I'll just trim it down after the fact once it stitches out. So that is that one, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these done, and then we'll put her back on the machine. So I got everything in place, and again I will adjust it or kind of trim it down after it finishes stitching out and get it cleaned up and all that good stuff. So now I have everything on here. I don't have to worry about getting my hands near those needles or near that needle, and just let her stitch out like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on the machine, and I will be right back. All right, it's all stitched out, and this design was just a run stitch design. I digitized it in Hatch Digitizer 3, and it only took about 4 minutes to stitch out, probably less than that. So this is how it's looking right now. And so we'll go ahead and get it cleaned up. And I am just grabbing my lint roller because I'm gonna definitely need this. So I'm gonna go ahead and unhoop. And get that bottom hoop out of there. All right, and then now is where I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just clean it up a little bit, make sure everything's even, looks good, all that good stuff. So that looks good. I can trim a little bit right here and probably right there. And then from here is where I'll use my lint roller. And actually, let me get this little piece as well. That looks good to me. And there's a little piece here. Okay, just going through and checking everything again. All right, and then I'm gonna go back and lint roll some more. All right, and of course we got to clean up the inside, so we'll turn her right side or inside out and grab my lighter here, and then we'll get this stabilizer cut away and we're all done. And like I said, I mean, if you want to, you can definitely use, I just had to grab my scissors, you definitely can go ahead and just slow down your machine and do it that way. I can definitely do another tutorial if you would like me to. Just let me know in the comments showing you how I also do it with holding the yarn carefully, of course, not to being careful not to get my finger caught by that needle. And that's just in case you don't want to use fabric glue, but this glue, I have not had any issues with it, especially once it stitches down. I would suggest changing your needle after you have done this design, just because that needle is going through that glue. So I'll definitely be changing my needle. But this is what she is looking like now that she is all cleaned up and good to go. So just another good quick design holiday idea. And for my channel members, if you would like this design, let me know below in the comments and I will put it in the Google Drive and send the link out to each of you. Otherwise, let me know in the comments if you do have any questions at all, and I will be happy to answer. But I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.